We are in the yoga studio and we're joined by Nathan Dennett, who is the owner here at Bikram Yoga, Sutherland Shire. You're also an Australian champion and you compete for Australia at an international level at the International Yoga Asana Championships.
That's right, yes.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much. It's a growing competitive sport at the moment in the Western world, and it's very exciting to have that under my belt and have the studio and everything coming together nicely.
Yeah. So tell us, there are quite a few different styles of yoga, so just explain to us what is Bikram Yoga and how is it different to others?
Okay, Bikram Yoga was developed by Bikram Chowdhury, born in Calcutta, lives in America, in LA at the moment, and he's developed the 26 postures, 2 breathing exercises, and it's brought into a room that's heated up to about 38 degrees.
Right, okay, so 38 degrees, why that heat?
Okay, so that's about the temperature around what the body is already at, and it just allows us to start sweating, detoxifying, also lets the muscles become supple and allows the veins and arteries to start opening up, clearing out, so that's vasodilation, really important for getting healthy blood around the body.
Okay, so how did you get into yoga and why Bikram?
I was in a car accident in 2002 with a year of rehab and physio, and I was almost dragged into a Bikram yoga class locally, and from day one it was the best thing that I'd had, post car accident in getting my health, not just physically, mentally, and getting the whole train back on the tracks and get going. So I've just kept it up since and just grown with it to become a teacher, a studio owner, a competitor, and it's just until it stops doing that, then I'll keep on going.
Yeah. Okay, so we hear a lot about yoga, how it's holistic, it sort of helps the body and the mind, and I guess also the emotions as well and all that sort of stuff. So can you just touch on a few of those benefits?
Okay, so with yoga, we find that the lengthening of muscles releases joints, allowing the body to be a bit more supple, a bit more relaxed. So different yoga styles, particularly Bikram with the heat, allows people to just stress less, develop de-stressing skills inside the room they can take outside the world as well.
Okay, now you came into Bikram from a car accident, and I know a lot of people do start yoga because of injuries. So why is yoga and Bikram in particular good for these sorts of injuries?
I think it's important to get people back moving again. A lot of people will have an injury and then just leave it as it is, or have some kind of surgical procedure, knee replacements or working into the shoulders and things, and they have a little bit of physio, they feel all right, and then they just leave it. But generally the body needs to be reset and keep moving, get that blood flow going around the body, get the fluids going, and feel confident that you can move correctly and simply. It doesn't have to be a big sporting exercise, but something as subtle as yoga can really help a lot of people just gain their confidence back and getting moving again.
Okay, and it's great for posture as well, that being said. I just straighten up my posture there.
Yeah, we do find that people do first of all get their posture straight back up, and you get a lot of comments saying, I've grown a centimetre or 2 or whatever it is, which is great, especially for tall people actually, because they're so used to looking over that they get their posture back so much more.
Yeah, okay. Now obviously people exercise for a number of reasons. I personally do it, for cardio and the whole losing weight concept. But a lot of people do yoga and things like that for relaxation and toning also. So for Bikram especially, would you say it's cardio, relaxation or toning?
It's a combination of all of them. I think Bikram Chowdhury has developed the series to really cater towards beginners, but also regular practitioners, advancing practitioners, where we can all go in and get the thing that we want, but again get added benefits. So if you're not flexible, you can't touch your toes, it doesn't matter. But in time, you learn to sort of stretch yourself and gain more. At the same time, there are sections in the class that are purely cardio. 10-second postures, get the heart rate right up. We're 15 minutes of running, we do it in 10 seconds.
Yeah.
And it just works in those little steps. Come in for something, gain a lot more, and then you go outside and use it outside the yoga room.
Okay, so talking about flexibility, I know you're extremely flexible and I want to see some of those moves soon, but how flexible do you have to be to start?
Not flexible at all. As I said, in the Bikram room, that heat will allow your muscles to become supple, and that allows for a little bit more flexibility than normally outside the yoga room. And then you're using those same 26 postures in every class. So you're going back and relearning and extending each time you come into those postures. So we have a lot of people that can't touch their toes, let alone touch their knees or get their arms up. And the Bikram series isn't about splits and getting feet behind the head. It is for the general fitness people who need it the most. You know, and it is about just getting people moving and getting in touch with what their body can do and how they can improve it themselves.
Okay, well I'm going to do a class today with you for the first time in a long time. For those people that have never done Bikram or any sort of yoga before, what can they expect from a first class?
I would always suggest talk to the studio that you're going to. Different styles of yoga will ask for different things, you know, what kind of clothing to wear. They may have mats or they may have different bolsters, and ask what kind of style that studio is teaching. For the Bikram studios, you'll always have them ask you to drink water throughout the day, wear comfortable clothing that you can move around in, not too many layers because they get caught and there's lots of sweat flinging around, and just keep it open mind. People sort of have a thought of yoga being only an hour long and, you know, in an air-conditioned room with 5 people. But, you know, you can go into certain studios, and especially a lot of Bikram studios, and you're getting 30 plus people in a room all enjoying themselves through the yoga class, and there will be all different levels in that room as well. So it's just nice to ask what do they want from you first, and then cater towards that style.
And a lot of Bikram studios actually have sort of challenges, I guess, every now and again, where you can do a certain number of classes in a week or in a month. How often should people come, or how often do they need to come to see benefits in their health?
Well, Bikram himself would say, come every day. Come every day for your 10 days or 30 days and really get that beginning series going. Your first class is always going to be a bit overwhelming. You maybe ate too early to class, drank too much water, not enough water. There's lots of key things that people need to figure out as they go at the very, very beginning. So we just find that something like a 30-day challenge, which a lot of Bikram yoga studios do, is for people who are starting to get regular, 3 times a week, 4 times a week. Maybe it's that time of year where it's winter and people aren't going running or swimming, but they can come into the hot room and still get their cardio and fitness and get a little bit more out of it. Start looking at other styles or other avenues of their health while on this 30 days. No TV, less sugar, maybe take coffee out for a week. Little challenges they can make up for themselves outside of a 30-day challenge as well. Why not?
Perfect. Okay, well, just in closing, tell us, why do you love Bikram yoga so much?
I love the heat. I think the body craves heat. It's a warm-blooded, you know, and I love the movements. There's lots to learn. You know, yoga is a slow medicine. It takes time, and I think for a lot of people, they give up too quickly. Whereas for me, I love to learn, and I love to learn more and more and more. So the practice is just ongoing forever.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Nathan. It's great having you on the show.
Thank you.
There you go, guys. I highly recommend you try a Bikram class sometime soon. If you'd like to see any more Total Vitality videos, you can head on over to the website. Thank you so much for watching. We hope you join us again soon.